Did someone put like a trap chest there? Oh no, it's just something. Okay. Look at that. Do I have a secret admirer of some sort? Thanks for the gift, I guess. Right, a new week and a new batch of tasks. Now this time we've been giving individual tasks, so I can't really work too hard on my team with this. We are being graded as a team though. Example being if one person completes a task in the same team and the other person completes 2 tasks, then that score is added together. I guess another hassle on my plate. Okay, create a brand new redstone system featuring 3 different toggles or operating modes. Gather valuable information about 3 different players and record your findings on a book and quill. And construct a research facility or laboratory worthy of becoming a center of innovation, sorry. Well, I guess I have to build a laboratory. It's gonna be something. What is this sound? Oh, go figure, it's a trap. Okay. I didn't break any of the trapping blocks, but they're hoppers. There's probably dripstone on top of the hoppers, if I could sum up a guess. So, I mean, this falls in line with my second task. I came here for Geode. But if I have to gather valuable information, then I'll have to keep this in mind. You know, it's really exhausting mining all these blocks, but I'm glad I'm done with my size. I went for a 27 by 30-ish kind of zone, I think, if I did my math right. And I've got a design in my head. I'm gonna build a tree in the middle and then have it, like, with some kind of dark water sewage system. It'll be like looking at water when you're above it kind of thing. It'll be cool, take my word for it. The texture won't be really that visible since I'll also be using glass to give it more of a watery look, since I don't know if putting water would actually make it better given the fact that it's blue. I think I'd rather have glass because glass kind of simulates water in a way, in Minecraft at least. The blocks I'm using kind of don't really work together that well, at least in my opinion, but this is what I got. I might use deep slate later to help balance it out, but I'm mixing darkish colors in the bottom, then going up with the brighter colors on the top. Kind of like a little gradient, but in a weird view way. Obsidian and blackstone will be at the bottom because I'll have glass coming up, so it'll give the water, kind of imaginary water, let's call it that, a darker, lighter look. Looks like it went well. It doesn't look too bad. I'm using black glass instead of tinted because the tinted kind of gives off a weird texture and doesn't really work well with the darker colors as I thought it would be. I thought it would be. Tinted glass blocks out light, so you'd figure, but I guess it doesn't. Who knows? Yeah, the black glass went over nicely. I'm happy with it. Now, my idea for this is that the black imaginary water is going 4 ways outside, spewing it from the tree, and is entering my base. It's kind of like a source of energy. I think that fits the laboratory theme pretty well. Alright, now this time I'm going to use 2 layers of glass. I have the kind of darkish colors I went for last time, but this time it's kind of like lighter colors and dark colors mixing together instead of one being above the other. And there's actually water in there. Ran out of glass, but you can probably see what I'm going for here. Having 2 layers of glass makes the first layer look a bit transparent than the other. So for instance, if you use 7, then as an example, the 7 layer would probably look almost transparent or invisible. Either way, the more blending you can do will make the effect be stronger. It's like a void effect, but in instance, since we only have 2, it's not really that strong, so we're just gonna chalk that up to water. Alright, now I'm gonna add some big basalt pillars. Now, even though 1 would make total sense as a pillar, I'm gonna add 4 because of the size and ratio. The basalt pillars being big would be a great view, and anyway, like looking at it. I might have some supporting beams connecting against the wall too. I also added like oh, it looks like those 2 are having fun. I added pale oak leaves and just orange colors for the fence and the enclosure of the tree. It adds some type of color display, it not being too light since this lab is going to be dark. The brightest block I have basically is the smooth stone. But yeah, it really does look great. Anyway, I also had a PvP fight with Cairo. He specializes in cart PvP while I specialize in nothing. But we had a little fun fight. We agreed to a duel. Nothing, we lost nothing. Winner was just nothing. It was just a fun fight. Nothing too serious. We only fought once though. I got a good start, but I started whiffing a bit and missing a little bit. You see, as you see, like I did so good, guys. Look, ooh. It wasn't enough though. I still lost. After that, I started focusing on the floor, which was gonna be made out of furnaces, since furnaces look cool. I think they look good as a floor. I mean, look at all that free texture. Just mix that in with some basalt, you got a good floor. Now, this part of the build made me rethink my decisions, you know. I spent 3 hours in the nether getting blaze rods. And it was so bad because I had to go in and out for the mobs to despawn and then have a chance at getting blaze rods. Even with looting 3, I sometimes only got 1, so I had to sit in there for like 3, almost 4 hours and just hunt blazes. That was the most terrible. I hated it. Just awful. And do I even have enough? I don't even have enough. Yeah, I ain't even gonna bother anymore, bro. This anything for the lab to be done. This task. You know, I wouldn't have done it if it was like a team thing where like, say I was the only one who did the task, and since we came in 3rd place, which I'm already banking on, I think we're getting a 3rd place regardless. My leadership is non-existent and we're all carefree with ourselves. It's bound to happen with this kind of stuff. Especially when we all have to contribute to a total percentage. Like, come on. We're not rating and I already accepted that. But as long as I can get stuff for me and then share it off with my team, I'll take that regardless. I mean, there's nothing I can't do without just time. So I'll just chuck at this bit by bit, get it all done, submit, and then cry later on how much time I wasted. Sorry if I sound different between clips, by the way, or if my voice right now is just very high. I've got no voice right now and I have to like strain myself to talk, and I gotta get this recording done like now. My mood ain't doing too hot too. I got like I had like to take a breather because of my heart, and I just have so much work piled up for me. Busy. Anyway, I have this, I did the first part of the test with the 3 components. The wording was 3 components, so basically just chalk pile some things together and make it 3 components. So I have a redstone door, I have an elevator that goes up and down, 3 components. Seems pretty easy enough to me. And something just occurred to me, since I have 2 floors, I have another floor to decorate. So when I get to do that, I don't know if I'll decorate the 2nd floor, bro. I'll keep it in the back of my head, I guess. I'm still at it with the lab, I've been here for the past 2 days, just decorating. I've been going outside in forever, man. I'm talking about Minecraft, by the way. My heart. Taking a little break, but check this out. Looking good. Gonna make the wall underneath the lamps just a darker color too, like I said. This lab's gonna be all dark. Big thank you to Cairo, by the way. He's like my emotional support dog. I've been trapped in this laboratory for like 2 days. I haven't gone outside. I've been just putting my resources here and just building. This is why I don't build big. It takes too long. I hate it. I gotta like start. It's not even that big of a deal, honestly. Anybody could do this with just time. It's not hard, but it's just like, I'm not used to it, and it's just hurting me. I don't have the time to. I'm crunching like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. straws here, bro. It's terrible. Originally, I was gonna do mud here, but I'm actually gonna use the mangrove mud since it works well and looks better. I genuinely feel like a lab. I feel like a lab rat. I'm just like doing nothing but just building this lab. You know what I just realized? How the heck am I gonna do my 3rd task? I have to like drop people in a book, right? No, that's my 2nd one. I have to drop people in a book and important information. I already have the thing that I like, the trap thing. I can already come up with a story for that. As for the other 2 things, I'm gonna have to be creative. I have not seen many people on besides Cairo, and even then I've been stuck here. Guess I'm gonna have to work my brain a little bit. Diarrhea is infinite mode, man. I might replace the top layer with acacia, but if it was me, I would have chucked the diarrhea out and just turned it into redstone. But I'm not rich, so options are limited. Besides that, gonna work on the roof a little bit. I'm gonna add glass. I'm genuinely just being lazy. I want to get this thing done, and I've got some other stuff I gotta do. Life is just kicking me in the bad parts. Man, it really sucks, doesn't it? Yeah, that makes it look better. If it was me, I'd replace the middle part with redstone, then just add deep slate again. I'm gonna add this orange patternly look. My plan is to farm some honey I might make a bee farm in this laboratory. Since I have to make it a laboratory, I gotta add like some rooms with different redstone components to it. Might make a bee farm and might just wax all these lanterns. Or I will not. Does this look good? Yeah, like that. It makes the walls look a little bit thinner in the inside. It looks nice. I'll do that for every other side. I just kind of had like a random thought about doing that, and it worked. I mean, that's kind of how my building stuff goes. I place a block down, then I find patterns to that block, and then we just kind of make a building with that. That's kind of how I do things. And then work from the inside, work from the outside, yada yada yada, and then you have a build. That's kind of that makes sense, right? Hopefully. Oh, finally, honey. Okay. I gotta be in a setup, so I'll be getting a little bit of honey now. I want to wax the inner parts of. You guys will see. Floating lanterns. It's dark. I think it fits. I mean, it's okay. I think this one's offside a little bit. It's fine. I'll fix it. Um, that's one way to fix lighting, right? Alright, I pretty much got the decorations down a bit. I have to start working on the rooms now. Since I have pathways leading up to, like, nothing, I can just add rooms to those. So I'm gonna make a storage room with copper golems. Never worked with copper golems before, but, I mean, tutorials are tutorials. I'll get something done. Alright, I finished building it. If you want to know how it works, I wish I could tell you I'm not smart when it comes to redstone. I'm smart in a lot of other things, not redstone, though. I'll leave a tutorial where I got the build in the description. Alright, I got all my stuff here. The deadline is basically tomorrow, so I have to decorate. I'll decorate this one room, and then I'll call it. I have the laboratory done. I have my secret notes written already. Unfortunately, though, I can't really show you guys my notes since people from the realm kind of sometimes watch my stuff, so gotta be safe with that. And some of the stuff I'll be keeping for later. I might not use it though, who knows, but gotta be safe. Alright, got everything in there, and look at this room. I'm proud of myself, I think I did pretty good. I went for a kind of naturey vibe. I went with some bright colors like orange, white, and then with some jungle colors. I think it looks great. I really like this design. It's naturey. It gives off like, wow, you're in a lab, and then when you go inside, you're not in a lab anymore. It's nice. Funnily enough, I wanted to actually make this lab very naturey, but I thought that wouldn't fit, so this is kind of like my way of adding that nature back. It's a nice room. I think it gives off a good vibe. And with all that marked the final day of the task. I ended up getting 3 out of 3, completing everything, and got my rewards. I got enchanted golden apples. I got some custom items. I ended up trading my Gratian heart for some choker shells, which I thought was really nice. I think I did a pretty good trade there. And my team placed 3rd, so yeah. We're all carefree, so I don't really mind the outcome. Not like I encourage anyone to do their tests, but regardless, though, I'm happy with myself. I mean, I got rewards. I shared some things with Cairo. So, pretty good. I mean, everything went fine. Good week for me. I'm gonna go rest up, though, since my heart, my health. I got bad health, guys. My health has not been doing good. But I'm fine, don't worry. But yeah, see you guys next week for the tasks. I hopefully can not rush things like I did this episode since I definitely wasn't feeling up to it today, but at least that's what you gotta do. You gotta push through and get things done. Can't really sulk around being mopey and doing nothing, so gotta do what I gotta do. But yeah, I spent so much time in this laboratory, now I'm finally leaving. Feels good to get out in the game and in real life as well. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. One of my favorite episodes of the series, definitely. I mean, I gotta talk about random stuff. I gotta build a laboratory. Pretty good episode. But yeah, take care and best wishes.